Welcome back to Royal Inspiration. It's time to ramp up the Fallen Spire some more, and we need more relics. We did actually get a relic train that spawned over here in Lurdorf, but we had no chance at it. Made a beeline for the homeworld. So we're going to do this relic search. And the note here is important. Every hack you do searching for the relic increases the response, and then it also tells you how far away it is. I'm going to hope and assume that it's over in the favorable direction for us towards the center of the galaxy. So we're going to try a couple hops out from our choke point here in Nagao. Let's go ahead and
hackers are starting.
Get this kicked off.
Major enemy force in our territory.
You did not find it. It's one hop away, reminding us that every time we search, it increases the response. So, it's either in Kennedy or Midway. If it's in Kennedy, it'd be a really short hop to take it back. And it's far more likely to be in Midway, I think, a little bit further away. Plus, I won't care too much about the response level if it's in Kennedy. So, let's go ahead and get everybody in here to Midway. And probably a good time to hack for it now. Yep, there we go. We've got it. Dark Spire, flip out all you want. We are going to head back to Gamma. This is our backup choke point in this primary direction. Put it somewhere around there. Okay. Let's move you out in this direction. And it's working its way back, and now we're getting visitors. Hold on, what's underneath there? That is an armored golem. Okay. That would probably be a decent target. Shield's half down on it. Meanwhile, actually, I think we've evacuated already. Here, let's make sure that we're not actually going to lose. There we go. Yep, because we've got a few ships spawning in there. We don't want to lose it to them. Oh dear. Yeah, let's definitely target you. Oh, the armored golem's almost gone, but come on. There we go. That's gone. Now, Dire to Thwida, you have to go. And then I want to get out. Come on. Take it down. There we go. Now we're going to try to escape as much as possible. And the rest of you can pull back. Good, just went invulnerable. And here comes a couple of our battle stations to help pull things back a little bit more. Gonna want to pull back up this way. You are now vulnerable, but you're about to jump. Let's go. It's going with you. Okay. And I just kind of want to keep the pressure on in here as long as I can. Up, you are. Yep, you're gone. Let's see, what are you? Regen Golem. Let's focus fire on that. Well, no, maybe the Shredder Guardian? Gotta take the Regen Golem down first, though. We just don't have much left. They've kind of obliterated our force, so we need to get out. May have hung around in here a little bit too long.
Under attack on enemy world.
We're getting some hits in that golem. I'd like to get rid of it. At least they're concentrating on us down here. Not that much further for it to get back to our territory. I think after this one, we're probably going to need to go to the whole concept of, you know, building up turrets and whatnot in these systems. Come on, get out. I mean, we're almost there, but yeah, we need to relocate so we're ready to leave. Yep, it's gonna take some punishment here at the end. Okay, made it through.
Exogalactic strike force impact.
Now everybody just go.
Enemy forces are attacking one of our planets.
There's gonna be a big mess in there, but I don't really care.
Large force detected.
We're getting in here.
Exogalactic origin.
We're defending. Just gonna see how much comes through. No problems yet. Other than needing to obviously repair, but we can't do that at the moment.
Large force detected. Exogalactic origin.
Regen Golem popped in for a minute, but we got rid of it.
An exogalactic strike
I think that was the Shredder Guardian.
Major enemy incursion into our territory.
So yeah, that worked, but it was a little bit too close for comfort. You can see we've taken some significant hits to our Great Shield. Extragalactic war units unleashed. Dark Spire has entered conquest mode. So the Dark Spire is starting to flip out. And there was a golem of some kind. Didn't get a chance to see what before it went down. Yeah, Great Shield really taking some hits. Okay. So if we take a look over here in Gamma, we are in position. We might as well bring the cruiser up to our front line to help out there. We could build some more things, but I don't want to do that yet. I want to save my metal. We've got to rebuild the fleet. We've got to repair. We have to get ready to deal with whatever debris situation is going to transpire. So where are we at? Yeah, we've got a lot of strength needed in that fleet. This one's got nothing. Did that even come through? Nope. He didn't even make it through.
That's what I was already
Okay, we got one on Bacchus, one on Lurdorf. We're going to have to ignore the Lurdorf ones. For now. Like, the ones that they like to spawn on Lurdorf. But the debris that's out this way. Because I think it's going to take everything we can do to get the other two. So we have, okay, one on Nagao, one on Bacchus. And they did both spawn in the... If we keep getting 2 out of 3 in the proper direction, that's going to be good enough. And now they're working on getting the Black Widow back up. So I think what I want to do is I want to absorb this Exo Strike. I want to get repaired here. I'll speed this up a bit. And then once that happens, go after this debris. Let's see how that works out for us. We still about half of our metal. That's not bad. It's still going down, though. And we do still have our citadels floating out around there somewhere. They are on their way, and they have not yet come back from the other side of the galaxy. 92%. There we go. Okay, so we're getting there on our fleets. AI spawning a wave against Wolf. Now this is interesting. This is a reconquest wave, and this is in their territory. Because the Dark Spire flipping out has taken over that system. So now we're going to see some fighting between the Dark Spire and the AI. And it's kind of like almost in newspaper report fashion. By the way, that last Exo wave was a little over 400 strength, I think. So they're scaling up. But because we can't see what's going on there. So we know that there's a fight happening, that they're fighting over this system. That's fine. And of course, if the AI and the Dark Spire want to fight, for the moment, that's fine with me, because I've got other things to do here. Okay, so I think that we are now about ready, and I want to go after that debris. So I don't know what they have in here. I want to be careful. I'm going to throw at them all of my outguard. And then from in here, let's just throw everything at it. I'm going to keep the support fleets in here for now in case they need to hang back and repair things. There we go. I believe that's all the groups I want to take. What do we have? What golems do we? We don't have any golems. About 200 strength. Okay. Bring in the support then. This should be fairly simple. Not as complicated as I thought it might be. Just want to clear out most of this. And meanwhile, let's be moving down this way. Another wave against Wolf. So the AI Dark Spire battling it out. And I think we're pretty much there. Okay, so load up. And everybody move on through once more.
Understood. I'm certainly capable of that. Arc bridge crew, copy.
Let's see what awaits us here. Okay, about 80 strength, no big deal. I'm going to move out the Black Widow a bit. You're a nice, hefty ship. I like using this one for the hacks. Then let's move towards Midway. And I think we can move on through now.
Moving to new location. Detecting exogalactic warp signatures. Trajectory is our home planet.
Yes, sir.
Hello. There's a little bit more in here than I thought. Bunch of the previously zombified ships. You know what? I think I'm going to let the rest of you do this fight while I send on through one more system of the other Spire debris, the primary fleet. Yeah, I think that's going to work. You can go ahead and take down whatever's in here, and more importantly, analyze. We have plenty of time left, a couple minutes. Everything going well in here. This hack is complete. All of you may return to sender.
Roger that.
And you as well.
Excellent idea.
And how's it going here in Bacchus? Got about a minute left. They are now attacking Boss. Okay, so they did take back Wolf, but now they're trying to take back Boss. And meanwhile, you know, the Vengeance Generators are displeased. And most of the waves are hitting Hollerith, which is the best case scenario for us, because that system's one job is to handle the waves. That may not stay that way once we get a Spire Relic in place there, but for now, it will work for us. So at this point, we clean up this mess from this debris, and really we're going to be in a position where we're then waiting for the next relic. But I can do some building now. Metal's a bit too low for it, though, at the moment. I'm going to let that recover before I jump into that. There we go. That's the last of the debris that we're going to want to get. So I'll begin, I think, in Kirstein. Yeah, good for you. Not particularly concerned about that. So what do we want to build in here? Well, I think I want a third engineering center. Keeping on the focus on defending. You know what? I think I actually want you back this way a bit. Yeah. And then I don't want to go with any of the economic stuff in here. The shipyard can go back further. I'm not interested in the spy cradle. So I think my next step is a frigate neural net. Let's get those up. And then we'll worry about our new city. I'm going up at a decent rate here. Of course, the neural net will do no good without a shipyard, but I do plan on putting one of those up. Just not here. And so what I'm going to need to do is relocate my Spire ships one spot back. So they'll be able to, like, the idea is rebuild from the shipyard in here and then pop back into Kirstein. Okay, you're up. And you're up. Let's make sure. Yep, all city sockets used. A Spire Relic has spawned on Tivon. It's telling us where it is. So sometimes it tells us, sometimes it doesn't. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 5 hops away. Which means potential, you know, deep striking penalty. So we'll want to go there, I think, and, you know, recapture Midway first, so that we're not dealing with that deep striking reserve in addition. But then we'll have, you know, a bit of a longer hike, but it won't get the elevated response from the hacking. So we'll see how that works. Anyway, first things first, Gamma. I'm going to want the shipyard. And I think where our energy's at, I also am going to want... Let's throw the shipyard maybe here. And then I'm also going to want a shard reactor, because I think I want more energy at this. And ideally what I'm going to want to do is eventually have the shard reactors further back with, you know, not have them in my backup choke point, but have them where we can have them for now. And I don't want to let that go any lower than it is. I'm skipping forward some here, so let's get caught up a bit on what's going on. Of course, the exo strikes continue to hit. The outguard that I spawned last time, some of them got a little antsy. They came in here and they wanted to knock out the research lab. So I said, you know what, I'll take that Spire City, so we now have a 4th here in BAME. I would have slightly preferred to have the Hollerith one first. That's what we're going to go after next. But at this point, I don't think it makes that much difference. If they get through Kesselman, I'm going to need to swing back all of my ships to smash them. If they don't, this can handle any waves that hit there. So I don't think it really matters that much at this point. I decided to go ahead and pull that trigger. And we're over here in Tivan. We've gotten rid of another instigator. We have survived a wormhole invasion. And I've built up Midway here as a stopgap. And my idea is that there's about 600 strength in here. I've put up the pikes, the seekers, the ambush turrets, the counter snipers, and the spiders. We still have a decent amount of energy, and we'll have more in a bit because I'm building a couple of shard reactors in BAME. But I want to, I only have to get through a couple systems here to get back to Midway with the Relic. And then the idea is this slows them down at least while we traverse the rest of the way back to our territory. It's going to be a long journey because this one's going all the way to Hollerith. But once we get to our territory, it won't be a problem at that stage. So, let's get it.
Hacking is finished.
All right, where is it at? I think it's underneath all. Yeah, it's underneath all my mess. There we go. It's up here. Okay, about midway through the system. So we might as well send it all the way to its home. It is going to pop in here. I think right about there. And now can we protect it is the million-dollar question. Now the Dark Spire has been continuing to attack. They have been taking over Wolf periodically, taking over Boss periodically. While we wait for this to get going, it's worth noting this journal. Because this is the Conquest mode explanation, and describes them as having Vengeance generators now generate small amounts of energy on their own, even if things aren't dying, and they're also now vulnerable. Because they're being warped in so quickly they don't get the invulnerability. So, I think we're going to be okay with that. But if the Dark Spire expand more now, we should be able to, theoretically, push them back. As opposed to being stuck with whatever VGs they get. But they have not expanded. They have not been able to consistently defeat the AI. They take over systems, AI takes them back. They have not been able to make any real headway there. So as long as that's the case, I'm not going to be concerned. Now we are, yeah, we need to get in here and make sure that we are protecting.
Helmsman, plot new course.
It's been hit a bit, but not much. Yeah, we got some ships pouring out here. Let's make sure we get over there.
New bearings plotted. Of course.
All turrets, fire at will.
Knock them out real quick. Maybe get rid of those gravity generators. There we go. Yeah, we're doing really well. Okay, hold on. I don't like the look of you. Where are you? Stop. Oh, that's a nucleophilic. I thought it was... Looks like there's a... Yeah. I know you're there. There you are. You are going to go after... the Tethwita. Like, I knew I recognized the model, but I kept clicking on the nucleophilic. Okay. Now, we're going to load up and get back to Midway. Where Yep, you're doing... We're going to crash through here.
Large force detected. Exogalactic origin.
Of course. Okay, yeah, you're scamming through here pretty quick. Let's get everybody back through there. And just let this system, you know, fend for itself once they come in. How are we doing over here in the guy? Oh, hello. Okay, they have spawned some things in here, perhaps. Or we didn't fully clean it out previously. In any case... And let's unload you as well.
Enemy force on planet.
For your intelligence.
Is that so? We're doing okay in here? What about Midway? I think we're alright. The Citadel there got crippled. I extremely don't care. So we're here in Nagao. We've got 2 more jumps. And we think there's quite a bit in there from our last encounter. So let's continue through.
It will be done.
Sensors detect an exogalactic strike force heading for our home planet. Wave has arrived. Reset the clock.
No reason not to go in. Yep. Let's vaporize all of this nonsense. You are doing very well, thank you. With all of these zombies that we're creating, it wasn't viable to keep the relic up much longer, I don't think. It could have a little bit, but... The one in BAME I'm referring to, the research lab.
Enemies are attacking our planet.
Now you're vulnerable. And they still have like 100 strength in here. It's a little bit concerning, but we're going to knock this Dire out in a minute. Yep. And they appear to be largely distracted by the pounding we're giving them, which is great. We're just about there. How's Midway doing? It's getting smashed. But it's more than done its job. All it needed to do was hold back the tide. And pop back in here.
Metal reserves critical.
Yep, metal's pretty much gone. We don't need Midway anymore. We're going to abandon. Yep, they've got some golems in here. We don't care. Destroy everything. And I'm sure that they will send through something. It's 700 strength, whatever. We can deal with all of those later. So, at this point, it's going to be a long journey. Carting this thing all the way back around. I'll have to watch out, of course, for these systems again. Getting over to Hollerith and setting that up. And then next time, we should be able to go up to the Mark III Spire cities and see what happens at that point. I'm sure we possibly could get a relic train between now and then. Hoping. We'll see. And the Dark Spire will continue to escalate as well. Looking forward to seeing how that turns out. Till then, thanks for watching, everybody.